the chat, you will be kicked. But yes, I'm going to teach you, how to mark up your SRTs today on CashTrap, which they pretty much are already in CashTrap, but some people like to know, how to mark up, a resistance or a support or a trend line, okay? But you guys, the first things that we like to look for on CashTrap is when it loads here is whether there is an up or a down arrow, okay? The first thing CashTrap's going to do is it's going to kick us an up or a down arrow. And so an up or a down arrow, you guys, is our first point that we can get using CashTrap, okay? So let's just pretend that right here, CashTrap had a red down arrow, okay? That'd be 1 point, okay? The next things we look for using CashTrap, you guys, is the currency strength meter. Okay, if we're going in for a sell, if we're going in for a put, we want currency 2 stronger than currency 1. Because if currency 2 is stronger, that tells us it's going to overpower currency 1 and pull strength down. So if we're going in for a down arrow for a sell, we want currency 2 stronger, which in this case it is, right? The Japanese yen is 81 and the US dollar is 53. So that'd be a second point. Okay, the next thing we look at, you guys, I personally look at, is the 200 EMA. Okay, the 200 EMA is going to tell us if we're in an uptrend or a downtrend. So this red thick line is the 200 EMA. If the 200 EMA is red, that tells us we're in a downtrend, right? Price will be below the EMA, 200 EMA if it's red. And in downtrends, we want to take down arrows. So you guys, if the 200 EMA is red, we want to take down arrows, right? Sells. If price is above the 200 EMA, it will actually be green. See right here, it's green. So if price is above the 200 EMA, we want to take up arrows. So if we have a down arrow, we have currency 2 stronger, we're below the 200 EMA, that is 3 points so far. Next, I'd like to see if we're hitting a support or a resistance, which I'd come over here, I'd type in a horizontal line, and at the time, we actually were hitting a resistance. So that would have been a 4th point, right? Then if we come down to our RSI and our SRT, or our RSI and our stochastic, we want to see that price is overbought, and we want to see a cross down. Okay, so we don't quite have the cross down yet. We don't quite have the cross down, but this would have been a 4-point trade. Okay, and so let's see if we can get CashTrap to load. So, yes, the developers right now are working on CashTrap, just got back to me, so hopefully you'll be rocking and rolling here in the next couple of minutes. But I'm going to teach you guys, I'm going to teach you guys how to mark up your charts. Like I said, I'm going to teach you how to mark up your SRTs, even though CashTrap gives them to you as a little special feature, okay? So right now, you guys can see that we are on USD JPY, right? Over here on the right-hand side, you guys, these are all the different currency pairs and the trade ideas that CashTrap kicks out. So the first one that we have, you guys, is the dollar. Okay, this isn't a currency pair. This is actually a currency. And so even though CashTrap updates you every 5 minutes with a live currency strength meter on the right-hand side, we can actually look at what the dollar is doing live. Okay, and so if we can see what the dollar is doing live, it's actually a little benefit before the currency strength meter updates us on the next trade idea. Because if we see that the dollar is hitting a support and about to gain strength, we actually might be able to jump into a trade idea a little early. And so, you guys, with the dollar index, what we want to see is we just want to see if the dollar is going to lose or gain strength, because we're not trading a pair. But if we know if we know what the dollar is going to do, now we can go down to our currency pairs and get a little bit of a preview, right? If the dollar is about to gain a lot of strength, right? US dollar is the first pair. I'd guess that it's going to overpower the Japanese yen. If the dollar's gaining a lot of strength and we're trading Euro USD, the US dollar will most likely overpower the Euro, which is the first pair, and pull price down. Okay? If the US dollar is the first pair on USD CHF, it's probably going to overpower it. And so I'm actually trying to get, the developers to add the EXY as well, which would be the Euro index. And so if we can have two of the currencies that we mainly trade, you guys, it's just a ton of insight before the trade even gets kicked out, okay? So that is the dollar index, okay? Like I said, you guys, CashTrap's going to kick you up 4 things, right? Currency pair, call or put, entry point, and the currency strength meter. The top 3 things are exactly what you need to know when you bring it over to your broker, right? Currency pair, call or put, entry point. You'd go to your broker, currency pair. Obviously, I said before, we always take 3-minute trades. You control how much you put on a trade, call or put, and then entry point, okay? So you guys, it's very, very simple. It's like copy and paste from Hourglass to CashTrap to your broker. It just takes time and it just takes patience, okay? But you guys, I want to teach you guys how to mark up and find good supports, find good resistance on CashTrap, okay? So the first things we're going to do, you guys, is we're just going to come over here to the left-hand side. We're going to click this little cross line, this little arrow, and we're going to select horizontal line, okay? Horizontal line. And now you guys, you can see my cursor. We have a horizontal line once I click it down, okay? So what I'm going to do is when finding a support, right? If we were to drop a bouncy ball up in the air, right? It's going to go down and it's going to hit the concrete. It's going to hit the floor. That's pretty much what we do when we find a support. If we were to drop a bouncy ball or drop currency, where is it going to bounce off of the most? Okay, we want it to hit when we're making a support, we want currency to at least hit it twice. The more times it hits it, the better the support. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to put a support right here. You guys can see CashTrap already gave us 3 supports, right? It told us it's a good support there. It told us it's a good support there and there. And so I really don't even need to put a horizontal line, but I'm just going to show you guys what it would look like. Okay, so there is a good support level. Why did I put it there? Okay, well, we had price come up, price come down, and then it came down quickly in a downtrend and it rejected right off of this support. Came back up, rejected off of this support, came back up, rejected. So that is a good level of support. And so I can guess, because we've had price reject off of it about 5 or 6 times, that if price comes back down to the 873, it's going to bounce off of that support, right? But you guys, it's a matter of time before it will break it. But that is a very good support level. Okay, I know price is all the way up here right now, so what if it doesn't come down this far? Do we need to find a better level or a higher level of support that might just be a little less of a support, right? Because every level is just going to be a better and better level of support. That's also what Bollinger Bands act as, okay? But, price is up here right now and my support's just down here. What if it never comes back down? Okay, let's go find, a good level of support, right? I'd say this is probably our best level of support right now. Let's go find a better level of support. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move my cursor up and my horizontal line. I'm just going to see where has price hit multiple times. So there it's hit. So I could put a line there, right? What I could also do is I could just make it thin. I can make this level thick because it's a thicker level of support, and now I have a thinner, right? So price came down, it bounced off. Price came down, so the wick did not respect it, but the candle did. And then we had an open to close. It broke through, right? But then it came back up, it broke again. So I could say that's a good level. And then also, you guys, if I were to, if this was my chart, I'd also put a level right there because we have price open to close. And then we also have the middle trend line here as well, right? We had an open to close, respected, respected, respected. So these would be my 3 levels of supports if I was trading USD JPY. So if price came down on to this level support, obviously I'd use lighter risk with the option to probably roll it over once or twice. Might not need to, but if it broke through, I could say, okay, it's most likely coming down to this level of support. And if it broke through that level, I'd be like, okay, this is, my heaviest level of support, and I'd probably take a second entry, right? Because price has not broke that level in a super, super long time. All right. So that's how I find my level 3 levels of support. But you guys, if I delete these levels, watch this. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just go this color. Okay. So let me go at least. That's not the color I wanted. This color. Oh, it took away my supports. But you guys, so my support levels were already on support levels that CashTrap kicked out. These were already on support levels that CashTrap kicked out. Let me see if it kicks it out again. And so you guys, if you want to go and type in or draw in your levels of support, you're more than welcome to. Okay, so I think CashTrap might be working now. About a minute ago, 5:25, 10:25, wait, 15:25. So here's my example, you guys. See, these were my levels of support. As you can see, CashTrap already has them in. CashTrap already has them in for you. Okay, so like I said, if you want to, you can come over here, click horizontal line. Look at, here's our heaviest level. CashTrap has it drawn in already. You could just go like that and just make it your own level. All right. So you guys, when finding a resistance, it's the same exact thing. Okay. When finding a resistance, it's the same exact thing. Now we're on Euro USD. So let's go over to horizontal line. And let's find where price has respected. You guys, I honestly see a good resistance level right here, right? CashTrap has a red line drawn in. I see a good level of resistance right there. Not a heavy, but a decent level of resistance. So I'd make it thin. Price, if we had a down arrow right now, this would be a very good setup on Euro USD, right? And the reasons for that is we have price hitting a resistance. If we had a down arrow, we'd have currency too stronger below the 200 EMA. That'd be a good trade. Okay, but what if price broke this level of resistance? What's the next level we have? Well, let's go find it. Okay, we'll go over here. It will just move our cursor up. I'd say right here, right? We had price respected right here, candle open to close, and then it broke through, but it came right back up. And then the candles respected it, open to close. So maybe I'd make this level of resistance just a little bit thicker. So, hey, if price broke this, we might need to roll it over. But I can see it coming to this next level. Okay, if price just gained, if the euro just gained a lot of strength, let's find the heaviest level of resistance that we have. Okay, so I'm going to move up. Yes, I can see that there's a good level of resistance right here because price hit it, but I'm trying to find the heaviest level that I currently see. Personally, I don't think price would work any further up than this level, right? Right now we are in a downtrend, right? But if you see the resistance here, let me make it thicker, that I just drew in, this really thick line, right? Good resistance, right? But if we backtrack, it also used it as a support back here. And so, you guys, we always talk about this, right? Myself, Matt, Brandon, and Josh. Your past supports are going to equal future resistance, right? Past supports are going to equal future resistance in a downtrend. And so you guys can see it, right? It was a support, or actually it was a resistance, consolidation, broke through, then it was a support, right? Then it came back up, and then we just had a big breakthrough. and then it came back down and it respected it as a resistance. Past supports equal future resistance. So I'd say this is a good level of resistance. This is a better, and this is our best. So if we took a trade right here in this area, right, we might need a rollover or two. Maybe they might respect it. But if it were to come up here, I'd say, wow, that's a very, very good level of resistance. And the reason for it is it was respected as a very good level of support. And then we had a break. We had a break and retest. It broke through, and then it tested it as a resistance and got smacked back down. So this would be my heaviest level of resistance. So you guys, looking at supports and resistance, you can't be wrong. You cannot be wrong. Right? But it takes time and it takes practice to really find heavy levels, because I could just go through here right now and just be like, okay, here's a resistance, right? Because it's respected it there and respected it there. Here's a resistance, respected it there. And so, but guys, those are just, minor resistance levels. You have to go through and find, where price has respected it multiple times. And guys, just like my my heaviest level of resistance that I just typed in, right here, this thick one, right? It actually respected it as a support. If you can find supports and resistance in the past that are now being respected in the future, those tell you that those are really respected levels. And so, you guys, if supports and resistance now make sense, type 7s in the chat. Because I want to make sure that everybody is learning how to find a good level of support or resistance. You don't have to type your lines in. You don't have to put your marks in because CashTrap kicks them out for you. But if you would like to, it does not hurt. And you can actually put a level in, you guys. You can put a good support level in, and then you can lock it. So then when CashTrap updates, it will not delete your level. And so, guys, I like to use supports and resistance as an added confirmation. If I have a down arrow right here, right? If I have a down arrow right here, and I'm like, okay, down arrow, currency strength meter, below the 200 EMA, and we're hitting a resistance, right? I'd count that, a cross down and a cross down. I count a support and resistance as a point because it's respecting that level. And so, you guys, the last things that we kind of talk about is a trend line, right? Support, resistance, and trend line, SRT. But you guys, we don't really need a trend line, because we have the 200 EMA, right? Trend lines just tell us, what way price is trending. You guys, that's exactly what the 200 EMA is for. This is going to tell us if we're in an uptrend or if we're in a downtrend, right? If the 200 EMA is green, right here, right? 200 EMA. If the 200 EMA is green, that tells us we're in an uptrend. That tells you that price is above that line. In uptrends, we take up arrows. If the 200 EMA is red, that tells us we're in a downtrend. We take down arrows, okay? Just wanted to say, as a newbie, I find you one of the best trainers, so everything's clear. Thank you for this journey. Thank you for that comment, you guys. And that's the whole point. Even though the market is not open, that made no sense. The market's open, but even though CashTrap is not open, it's not working right now for us to place, trades, it's all about learning. Right? I want to make sure that every single person on here knows how to trade CashTrap. Right? Right now I'm teaching you guys about SRTs, but guys, I really want everybody to master CashTrap. And Brandon Boyd and Josh Lee, you guys, they strictly teach CashTrap. They don't even look at a live market. I don't believe they take live trades, or they don't take trades at all. I believe they strictly teach CashTrap every single session. And so you guys, tune in to all the CashTrap educators, because you can, some people might not learn the best from me. Some people might learn the best from Brandon, from Josh. Some people might learn the best from Matt. And so you guys, if you are brand new, utilize Go Live, utilize HFX, go look at the other educators, because you guys might not learn the best from me, right? Some people might be like, oh, Money Marx, I just click with him. I just get it no matter what he says. Some people might be like kind of confused, right? But that's okay. That's why we have more than one educator. But let's see if they got back to me on the let's see here. Okay, so yes, that's how you find your SRTs. Okay, if you guys, let's see here. So some people are saying it is working now. Let's check. Actually, I'll just exit out of it. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, it's still not working for me, but somebody just said, how far back do you usually go to find good SRTs? That's a really good question. And the answer is infinity. I mean, if you really wanted to go back, way back in time, you could. Typically, I just stay, on the 1 hour or the 5-minute candles, and I'll just zoom out like this. And so I'm probably looking at about a couple hours. If you really wanted to be really, really secure, you could just go into 1 hour candles. These are 1 hour candles, and you could just go, horizontal line. There's a good support on the 1 hour. And so you guys can legit break it down as far back as you want. If you wanted to, you could even go to the day. You could start at the day like this and just break it down. Okay. So there's a good support on the day, and then we could go down to the 1 hour. There's a good oh, I just messed up my whole broker. Let's see. But you guys can break it down as far as you want, right? You can never have enough supports or resistance. Obviously there's going to be different levels, but you can never have enough, and you can't be wrong. It's honestly going to take practice. But CashTrap, you guys legit tells you, right? You can see here's a good level of resistance or support. Here's a good level of resistance. Here's a better level. Here's the even better and a best. And so you guys utilize CashTrap, right? If you guys don't have CashTrap, go buy it. It is $23, and this strategy will change your life, right? The point of the academy, you guys, is you guys get to follow us professional or us educators. But the overall goal is for you guys to be able to use this product, use this strategy whenever you want. That you don't have to wait for an educator to go live. You don't have to put a time aside and plan around an educator going live. It's for you guys to be like, yo, I'm on my lunch break. Let's pull up CashTrap. And so you guys just purchase the strategy for even a month, and if you don't like it, then just take it off. But I promise you guys, this will change your life. And so, maybe I'm gonna try pulling up Hourglass on my computer. Yeah, it's still not working. But you guys, if you have any questions, if you guys want to, type your questions in the chat, I will try to answer some of them. Is there any tips or secrets to grow an account? I'm having issues with self-discipline. Yeah, so that was a big issue even for myself was self-discipline. When I first got started, I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is so fast. This is super, super cool. Like I just built a big account really quick. I honestly, I'll admit, I kind of treated it like gambling, and that's not how this is supposed to be treated. And that's why I blew my first account, right? And, over the time frame of, the last, 18 months, 19 months, even Matt will say this, and even Brandon and Josh, is you guys, it takes time. Right? Even if you're only growing your account 1% a day, you guys, you don't even know what that can do in a year, right? Let's go and actually do that, okay? Let's go and actually do some work. Let's see here. I think it's compound daily. Compounddaily.org or something. Compound. Right here. So if you guys are brand new and you've never seen this, you guys, this is the compound interest calculator, okay? So let me show you guys what compound interest can look like over the time frame of a year, okay? So if you guys just got started and you did not take a bonus and you start with a $500 account, right? My goal, honestly, my goal is to teach you guys how to grow your account, 2 to 4% on a session, right? I know we say, risk 1 or 2% of your account on a trade. If you can grow your account, I like to say, 2 to 4, 2 to 5% on a session, be done. Some educators say 5 to 8%, but if you can just grow your account, let's just go in between 2 and 4. 3% of your account on a session for your first 30 sessions, you guys, I'll show you what you can grow your account to, right? If you start the $500 account and you only grow your account 3% for your first 30 sessions, you should grow your account from $500 to $1,200. Okay, I'm not saying these results are guaranteed, but this is how it can happen, right? Here is the breakdown. On day one, all you're trying to do is make $15. Right? On day one, all you're trying to do is make $15. It might not seem like a lot because people are making, hundreds, thousands, but you can't be greedy. Because day two, come back and now you're trying to make $15.45. But you guys can see over the time, right? Over the period of time, over the first month you're learning, you're also earning. Right? If you can earn money in your first month, count that as a success. Even if it's not a lot. Because there's not many things out there in the world where you can learn and make money at the same time, right? You go to college, guess what? You're learning, but you're paying, right? You're learning, but you're actually going backwards in debt, right? That's with anything pretty much. If you learn, you have to pay. Here, you get to learn. Yes, you have to pay to be a part of our academy, but you get to earn at the same time. Your first month, your first 2 months, you might not see massive success. But I promise you guys, you're probably learning a tremendous skill set. And so you guys, here's a breakdown of the first month, right? $15, $17 by day 7, $19. But if you guys look over here on the right, this is your account total. It's going up. In the first 2 weeks, you're making $228. Okay, you guys, but guess what? Whatever you do, whatever skill set that you decide that you're going to master, put everything into, just do it for at least 12 months. At least 8 to 12 months. Right? Matty Pips is my mentor. And he told me before I even started trading CashTrap, before I even became an educator, he just looked at me and said, bro, if trading's not your thing, just whatever you find a love for, whatever you find a passion for, whatever you find a skill set for, just put your heart into it. Put your all into it for 8 to 12 months, and you will be amazed by the results that you get. Luckily, I'm very excited to say that my passion, my love, and my skill set did turn into trading. And over the last 12 months, my life has changed. Okay? So if your skill set, if your love and your passions for trading, give it time. Okay? Because look at you guys. This is what can happen over 1 year of time. Right? $500 at a 3% growth over 30 days is you're only gaining about, $500. But if you were to trade 4 days a week for 1 full year, 4 days a week times 52 weeks is 208 sessions. At a 3% growth, look at you guys. You could grow an account from $500 to way over a 6-figure account. These results aren't guaranteed. But you guys, it's simple. It starts here and it starts here, right? Guess what? Look at the same results. Day one, $15. Day 17, $24, right? The results are the same. Look at this. By day 30, same results, right? $35 you're trying to make on day 30, and your count's at 12.13. Same exact results. But now we're just extending it. By day, 70, you're now trying to make $115, but look at your account growth. By, day 100, you're trying to grow almost $300. Look at your account growth. And so you guys, I'm not saying that these results are guaranteed, but I'm telling you guys, if you do have the mindset to go all in with this, you can get some crazy results, right? But it all takes practice. It takes patience. It takes being coachable and teachable. It takes self-discipline. It takes risk management. It takes not emotionally trading. And you guys, and that was the biggest thing with me growing my account. I saw some people type in the chat, how did you overcome, emotionally trading? Honestly, how I overcame it, well, I was just like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I just blew 5 accounts because I wasn't self-disciplined. I'd make, 5 to 15% in a session, and then I'd be like, yo, I'm just going to double this. And I admit it, I was not good. I was not good with it at all. And I finally just had a click where I said, I'm done. And I went to compounddaily.org and I typed in my 3% and I printed it out and I put it on my wall, and every day I would just check it off. Check, 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 check. And I would close my laptop. And that's when my account went up. Okay? And so I see CashTrap is now moving, but I don't know if it is live yet. Let's see. Yeah, it's still kind of in the same area. But you guys, if you did take my swipe trade, I did call it a swipe trade. If you guys took my swipe trade and cleared, type some ones in the chat. If you guys took my swipe trade and cleared, type some ones in the chat. I did call out a swipe trade right before my session. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of ones. Let's go, let's go. But it is Tuesday. CashTrap is starting to move at least. But you guys, maybe right now during the time, just go into CashTrap and just play around with SRTs. Come over here, find a good support level, a resistance level. Mess around with your SRTs. It looks like it's almost ready to go. But just play around, right? Euro USD is actually looking for a very good setup to go down. Euro USD, I believe, will move down, you guys. Let's see here. So if CashTrap is actually working, Euro USD is setting up for a very good sell, right? We got the currency strength meter in our favor. We're respecting this resistance. So if you guys want, like I said, Euro USD is a very good level to sell right now. CashTrap's not giving us the down arrow, but I know if it was giving the arrows, it would be a down arrow. So Euro USD, you guys, for a 3-minute sell is a good area. I'd say anywhere above 606. Anywhere above 606 on Euro USD, I think would be a good level to take this. I know CashTrap's not fully working, but we do have a resistance there. Okay, we do have a resistance on Euro USD. And so if you guys did take Euro USD, type your entries in the chat. This doesn't even look right with my broker right now. So, I did take Euro USD, but this Euro USD on my broker says it's going down, and CashTrap says it's going up. So, yes, maybe it's just good to take a break from CashTrap. Not a break from CashTrap, but just from trading, and just go mark up your SRTs. Here is a prime example, actually, right? I drew in this resistance level, right? This was a good level of resistance. And guess what? It broke it right away. It broke it right away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and draw another horizontal line and see why it broke it. But I can see why it broke it. Yeah, so if I come over here, horizontal line, look at this. It came to a new level. It came to a brand new level of resistance, right? It broke it, but came to a new level. Guys, if we look back, past supports our future resistance. Look at this. We look back, respected it here as a resistance, but over here, it was really well respected as a support. Support, support, support. And then it turned into a resistance. And so you guys, that was a very good example of how it can break a resistance and come to a new level. But you guys, if you did take this, you are in profit. If you guys did take this with me, you are in profit, right? We had a down arrow. We had currency 2 stronger than currency 1. We were hitting a resistance. We had a cross down. We had a cross down. This was a 5-point trade. We were below the 200 EMA. That was a 6-point trade. That was a 6-point trade. If you guys took this, you're in profit. Okay? So if you guys cleared Euro USD, type some clears in the chat. And so, yeah, as I'm about to clear here as well. Let's go, let's go. But you guys, you know, CashTrap is now, it's almost fully functioning. You know, the trade legs are kind of out there, but you guys just give it a little bit of time. Go through this, go through the broker, go through CashTrap, and practice your SRTs. Okay, practice your mindset. Right? Take your time. Patience pays. Find SRTs. No emotionally trading. Be happy with small gains, right? We just want to trade. 1-0. And I'm going to be done for the day. Because I just made, you know, 1%. 1% of my account. And that's fine. Because guess what? Any gains is better than no gains. So, you guys, I'm sorry CashTrap was down right now. You know, it is getting worked on. It is getting updated. You know, swipe trades just came out too. So, if you guys don't have swipe trades or CashTrap, you guys go buy them. I'm going to be calling out probably 4 to 5 swipe trades today. And those are just bonus trades that you guys can get. And so if you don't have CashTrap or swipe trades, you know, what you need to do is you need to go to IM.ACADEMY, log into your back office, go to the shopping cart, and purchase HFX swipes, and also purchase Hourglass, you know, to access CashTrap. But you guys, I do apologize. CashTrap was down today. You guys, tomorrow morning, all right, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, or 9 a.m. Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be going live. And so I will drop a flyer tonight with my new schedule. But you guys, I love you guys. Thank you so much for jumping on. Hopefully you guys were able to learn something.